The autumn evening had turned cold as Sebastian Ashford walked hand in hand with his 4-year-old daughter Olivia through the park near their penthouse. At 37, Sebastian had built a financial consulting empire that made him one of Boston's youngest self-made millionaires. But his greatest achievement sat in his gleaming Rolls-Royce, waiting nearby the daughter he was raising alone. Olivia stopped suddenly, tugging on his hand. "Daddy, why is she sleeping on the bench?" Sebastian followed her gaze to a park bench beneath a street lamp. A young woman sat slumped against the armrest, her eyes closed, an infant wrapped in a thin blanket cradled against her chest. Even from a distance, Sebastian could see she was exhausted beyond measure. "She might just be resting, sweetheart," Sebastian said, gently pulling Olivia forward. "Come on, we need to get home for dinner." But Olivia planted her feet. "Daddy, she has a baby. Babies need warm places to sleep. You always say that." Sebastian felt his daughter's words cut through his usual defenses. He approached the bench cautiously, and as he got closer, he could see the woman was younger than he first thought, perhaps 25 at most. Her clothes were clean, but worn, her face pale with exhaustion. The baby in her arms could not have been more than 2 months old. "Excuse me," Sebastian said gently. "Are you all right?" The woman's eyes flew open, immediately alert and defensive. She pulled the baby closer, her body tensing. "I am fine. We are fine. Please just leave us alone. You are sitting on a park bench with an infant as the temperature drops," Sebastian said. "That does not seem fine. We are just resting before we go," the woman said, though her voice lacked conviction. Olivia had already moved closer, peering at the baby with fascination. "What is the baby's name?" The woman's expression softened slightly. "Emma. Her name is Emma. That is a pretty name. I am Olivia, and this is my daddy. He helps people. Maybe he can help you?" Sebastian saw tears well in the woman's eyes before she blinked them back. "Nobody can help us. But thank you for stopping. What is your name?" Sebastian asked. After a long pause, she answered, "Claire." Sebastian made a decision. "Claire, I do not know your situation, but I know that you and Emma cannot stay on this bench tonight. It is going to freeze. Please, let me help you." "I do not need charity," Claire said, but her voice broke on the last word. "It is not charity. It is basic human decency." Sebastian pulled out his phone. "I can call a shelter, get you connected with services, arrange for—" "The shelters are full," Claire interrupted. "I have been trying for 3 days. They all say the same thing: come back tomorrow. We will have space. But tomorrow never comes, and Emma cannot sleep outside anymore." Sebastian felt something shift inside him. He thought about Olivia, warm and safe every night in her room filled with toys. He thought about his empty guest rooms and unused space. "Then come home with us," he said. Claire stared at him. "What? Come stay at my house? Just for tonight? You and Emma need somewhere warm and safe. I have the space." "I do not even know you," Claire said. "You could be anyone. You are right to be cautious. But look at my daughter. Does she seem scared? Do I seem threatening?" Sebastian pulled out his wallet and showed her his business card. "This is me. This is my company. You can Google me right now if you want. I'm offering you 1 night of safety while you figure out what comes next." Claire looked at the card, then at Olivia, who was making faces at baby Emma. Finally, she nodded, tears streaming down her face. "Okay, just for tonight, at Sebastian's penthouse." His housekeeper, Mrs. Chen, appeared with her usual unflappable demeanor, quickly preparing the guest suite and heating bottles for Emma. Sebastian watched as Claire looked around the apartment with a mixture of awe and discomfort. "You live here alone?" she asked. "Just you and Olivia?" "Yes. Her mother died when she was 18 months old. It has been just us ever since." Claire's expression softened. "I am sorry. That must be so hard. We manage." "What about Emma's father?" Claire's face hardened. "He left when I was 7 months pregnant. Said he was not ready to be a father. I tried to do everything right, saved money, got a small apartment, prepared for her arrival. Then I had complications during delivery. Medical bills wiped out my savings. I lost my job because I could not return on schedule. Then I lost the apartment, She looked down at Emma. I have been trying so hard to keep her safe and fed and warm, but every day gets harder. I am so tired of failing her. You are not failing her, Sebastian said firmly. You are here. You are trying. That is not failure. Over dinner, Sebastian learned more of Claire's story. She had been a medical billing specialist before everything fell apart. She was smart, capable, and completely overwhelmed by circumstances beyond her control. Olivia insisted on showing Claire and Emma her room, chattering about her toys and books. Sebastian watched as Claire's eyes filled with tears at the sight of so much abundance. Olivia is very lucky, Claire whispered. She is. But she also lost her mother. Money cannot fix everything. That night, after both children were asleep, Sebastian found Claire sitting in the guest room, staring out at the city lights. I cannot stay here, she said when he appeared in the doorway. This is too much. Tomorrow, I will go back to trying the shelters. Or, Sebastian said, you could stay a few more days. Let me help you get back on your feet properly. Why would you do that? Claire asked. You do not owe me anything, because when Olivia's mother died, I was lost. I had all the money in the world, but I was drowning. My mother-in-law moved in for 6 months to help me learn how to be a single parent. She saved me when I could not save myself. Maybe this is my chance to pay that forward. Over the following weeks, Sebastian helped Claire rebuild. He connected her with a healthcare program for Emma. He helped her apply for jobs using his company's resources. He provided childcare while she went to interviews. But more than that, he found himself drawn to Claire's strength, her determination, her fierce love for her daughter. And Olivia had completely bonded with baby Emma, calling herself the big sister. You do not have to do all this, Claire said one evening after she had gotten a job offer. You have already done so much. I know I do not have to, Sebastian said, but I want to. You and Emma have become part of our lives. Olivia talks about Emma constantly. He paused, then continued. I have not felt this alive since before my wife died. You reminded me what it means to actually live instead of just existing. Claire looked at him with tears in her eyes. I was so scared that night in the park. I thought I had hit bottom. But meeting you changed everything. 6 months later, Sebastian knelt in that same park, at that same bench, with Olivia beside him. Claire, the night we met here, Olivia asked me why you were sleeping on a bench. I told her you were just resting. But the truth is, you were surviving the only way you knew how. You showed me what real strength looks like. He pulled out a small box. Will you marry me? Will you let me spend the rest of my life making sure you and Emma never have to be that scared again? Claire nodded through her tears. Yes, but only if you promise to always remember that night. Promise we will never forget how quickly everything can change. Promise we will always help others the way you helped us. At their wedding, Olivia was flower girl, and Emma toddled behind in a matching dress. In his toast, Sebastian said, my daughter asked a simple question that changed our lives. Why is she sleeping on the bench? I could have walked away, but Olivia reminded me that when we see people struggling, we stop and help. Claire and Emma taught me that wealth means nothing if we do not use it to ease someone else's burden. If this story reminded you that helping others helps us all, please like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment about when someone's kindness changed your life.